I saw him, I said, "Hey, Isaiah." And he came under the table and he said, "What's up?" And he sat between me and Matt. And that's when the two tall kids with trench coats on, they came into the library, and they were shooting off their guns at people.
Isaiah Emmon Shoels was born August 4th, 1980, in Denver, Colorado. He was born with a heart defect. He had to undergo heart surgery twice when he was young. He was a fighter, though, and the surgeries were successful. Isaiah was actually a transfer student to Columbine from Lakewood High. During his time at Columbine, a lot of people liked to hang out with Isaiah, describing him as an easygoing guy and an excellent person to talk to for some chit-chat. Justin Norman, one of Isaiah's friends, said he would always go up to you and say, "What's up?" even if he didn't know him. Isaiah loved meeting new people. His friends even gave him the nickname Bushwick. Isaiah hit the gym pretty often, as it was one of his favorite activities, and he liked to stay in shape. He especially liked to bench press. He was so strong, he was even able to bench press twice his weight. He played on the high school's football team as a cornerback too, and he was a fantastic player. Wrestling was another pastime Isaiah favored. Isaiah dreamed of becoming a music executive just like his father, Michael Shoels. Isaiah's dad was the president of Notorious Records and featuring Knox Entertainment, a firm he started to promote black musicians in the Denver area. After graduation, Isaiah had planned to attend the Denver Institute of the Arts to pursue his path in the music industry. On April 20th, 1999, Isaiah was studying in the library with his friends Matt Ketcher and Craig Scott, brother of Rachel Scott, when the shooters entered the room. The three boys hid under the same table, listening to the sounds of the gunmen destroying the library and shooting other students. Isaiah was a well-known athlete and someone whom the shooters had problems with before. When Dylan Klebold saw him hiding beneath the table, he called Eric over. They flanked the table on either side. Then Klebold made a racist comment towards Isaiah and tried to pull him out from under the table. When that failed, Harris opened fire, killing Isaiah. Klebold then shot and killed Matt. Craig was amazingly left uninjured, though he played dead, covered in the blood of his dying friends. Isaiah died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Witness reports of the shooter's racist comments led Isaiah's parents to later claim that the whole massacre was race-motivated. However, Isaiah was the only black person killed during the shootings. In fact, no other black people were even injured during the assault. Isaiah was just 18 years old when he died. He was supposed to graduate from Columbine on May 23rd of that same year, but he never did. "He was so full of life, and he got along with everyone," said Ashley Prinzi, a classmate. "He was so small, I don't even know how all the bullets got him." Isaiah's family found it too painful to come to his graduation ceremony on May 23rd, 1999. Isaiah had always looked forward to his graduation and actually marked the days off on his calendar. His cap and gown were buried with him, and his diploma was on display at his funeral. Isaiah was the last of the Columbine victims to be buried. He was laid to rest in Fairmount Cemetery in Denver, Colorado. Martin Luther King III, the son of Martin Luther King Jr., spoke at Isaiah's funeral at the Heritage Christian Center. His parents, Michael and Vonda Shoels, and his siblings have now moved from Littleton to Dallas because they found it too painful to continue living in Littleton. They have also filed a $250 million lawsuit against the Klebold and Harris families. Columbine School Principal Frank DeAngelo spoke at Isaiah's funeral, saying that he remembers that Isaiah's classmates would often compete to work on school projects with him. "Isaiah Shoels, thank you so much for having such a positive impact on our school and on our family. You will be greatly missed. And I love you, my dear child," Frank said while speaking about Isaiah. "He's smiling down on us," classmate and friend Nick Floss said. "I know he is."
I just ended up laying on the floor. I was praying to God to give me courage. and to keep protection over us. And he told me to get out of there. He told me God told me to get out of there. And I got up, and everybody was in shock. And I told everybody, I go, let's get out of here. Let's run out of here. And they all got up, and some girl asked me to help her. Her arm was, she had a chunk of her shoulder was blown off by a shotgun. And some kind of rifle, some bigger weapon. And I helped her get out.